It's almost 4th of July, and every year we celebrate freedom. But I've noticed something. I've met a lot of people who live in a free country and still don't feel free, trapped by regret, trapped by fear, shame, trapped by things that happened years ago. So it made me think, what does real freedom look like? When I was younger, I thought freedom meant nobody could tell me what to do. I thought freedom meant doing whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in America. I'm sorry.
But the older I get, the more I realize that's not real freedom. Because you can have no one controlling you on the outside, but still be controlled in the inside. I've met people with money who weren't free. I've met successful people who weren't free. I met people with good jobs, good families, reputations who still feel trapped. Sometimes it's regret, anger, shame, and sometimes it's fear. And sometimes it's something from 20 years ago that still follows them today. One thing I've learned is Jesus didn't come just to give us more rules. He came to set us free. Free from the guilt of our past. Free from trying to earn forgiveness. And free from spending our whole life trying to pay a debt that Jesus already paid. Quick question. What's one thing you've had the hardest time letting go of? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps us continue these conversations here on Fresh in Spirit. Sometimes the prison isn't something we have done. Sometimes it's what someone else did to us. And maybe someone betrayed you. Maybe someone lied to you. Maybe someone hurt you in a way that changed your life. Now, holding on to that anger can feel justified. It can even feel like you're protecting yourself. But over time, bitterness doesn't just keep the other person in your heart. It keeps you there too. Now, one of the hardest things Jesus asks us to do is forgive because God doesn't want us carrying that burden for the rest of our lives. Now, forgiveness doesn't erase the pain. It simply means you trust God with the justice so that you're finally free to move forward.
How oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times?
I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Guilt says, I did something wrong. Shame says, I am something wrong. And those are completely different. God may not approve of everything we've done, but He doesn't want our worst mistake to become our identity. Freedom in Christ means your past is part of your story, but it doesn't have to be the name of your story. After my wife changed the dress, there were so many things I couldn't control. I couldn't control what happened. I couldn't control the pain. I couldn't control how fast life changed. Looking back, that season though taught me something about God. That peace doesn't come from controlling everything. Peace comes from trusting God when you can't. I've also realized that the more I try to carry everything by myself, the more fear seemed to grow. Fear about the future, fear of making the wrong decision, and fear of whether everything would work out. But when I learned to surrender those things to God, that fear slowly began to lose its grip. Now, giving God control doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting the one who sees tomorrow when we can't. And there's incredible freedom in knowing you don't have to carry the future by yourself. Freedom in Christ doesn't mean doing whatever we want. It means no longer being owned by what was destroying us. Not owned by guilt, not owned by shame, not owned by fear, not owned by our past. Real freedom is when Christ becomes the one leading you instead of those things that used to control you. This 4th of July, people across America will celebrate freedom, and that's a good thing. But maybe the freedom we need most isn't political. Maybe it's personal. Maybe it's spiritual. And maybe it's freedom from the things we've been carrying for years. And if that's where you are today, I want you to know there is hope. There is forgiveness, and there is healing, and there is freedom in Christ.